8, continuation to your rational number properties. And after the properties, let us identify the properties. All of you know the properties of rational numbers. Now try to identify the rational numbers. Identify the number which comes here by using the property. So here the first exercise 1.1, first Roman, name the property. You have to write the name of the property, which one is used. First one, 8 by 5 plus 0 is equal to 8 by 5 is equal to 0 plus 8 by 5. Here you are represented 8 by 5 plus 0 means you are adding 0 to 8 by 5 and it gives you the answer as 8 by 5, which in turn is equal to 0 by 8 by 5. This is called as additive identity, because 0 we are adding to one of the rational number, so it is additive identity. 0 is the additive identity in the set of rational numbers that was discussed in your earlier class. Now coming to the second question, you are given 2 into 3 by 5 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 2 into 3 by 5 plus 2 into 1 by 2. Your question is to name the property of it. 2 is your multiplication and also addition is present. Whenever you have the multiplication and addition, both the binomial operations, and that is 2 into 3 by 5 and this 2 into 1 by 2 is distributed. This multiplication is distributed over addition. Therefore, we call it as a distributive property. We call this property as distributive property. The second one is a distributive property. Now coming to the third one, you have 3 by 7 into 1 is equal to 3 by 7 is equal to 1 into 3 by 7. If you carefully observe, there is no change in the first and the third term, only one except one multiplication and here addition. Here in the first question you have addition and in your third question you are given multiplication. So here this is an additive identity. As we already know, 0 is the additive identity. We have added the 0 to get the same number. Here when we multiply with the same number, we are going to get the same number. 3 by 7 into 1 will give you 3 by 7, which in turn is equal to 1 into 3 by 7. This we call this let us call this property as multiplicative identity. It is multiplicative identity, means here though we multiplied with some number, we get the same number. So this property here we have used is a multiplicative identity. Fourth one is minus 2 by 5 into 1 is equal to minus 2 by 5, which in turn is equal to 1 into minus 2 by 5. This is also looking like the same as the previous one. So this is also called as the multiplicative identity. Minus 2 by 5 is multiplied with 1 to get minus 2 by 5. And again, which in turn will be converted into as such. This is also a multiplicative identity. Next one is, fifth one is 2 by 5 plus 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3 plus 2 by 5. Here if you carefully observe, only the order of these rational numbers has been changed. From 2.5 place is occupied, it means places has been changed, position of the place has been changed. 2 by 5 plus 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3 plus 2 by 5. Only the position is changed, and already we know the commutative property and addition is applicable in the set of rational numbers. So here this we can write it as commutative property under addition. This is under addition. Commutative property under addition. This is the commutative property under addition. Here we have changed only the position of the rational numbers. Therefore, it is called as commutative property under addition. Take a screenshot of it so that you can write the notes. Next one, 5 properties have been explained, and the next one, sixth one, to be explained now. Okay, sixth one is, here we are given 5 by 2 into 3 by 7 is equal to 15 by 14. 5 into 3, 15, 2 into 7 is equal to 14. So you are multiplying the two rational numbers to get another rational number. So this we call it as a closure property. This we call it as a closure property. Here 5 by 2 into 3 by 7. 5 by 2 is a rational number. 3 by 7 is a rational number. Product of these two, 15 by 14, is also a rational number. Therefore, we will write this as a closure property. Now, coming to the seventh one, you have 7a plus minus 7a is equal to 0. Means you are adding something and ultimately you are getting 0. What you are adding? 7a plus minus 7a means what? Additive inverse. 7a is there. You are adding the additive inverse of it. Therefore, it is minus 7a. Minus 7a plus minus 7a is equal to 0. We call it as additive inverse. Additive inverse property. This we call it as additive inverse property. Means we are adding the inverse of the given rational number. Now coming to the eighth one, you have x into 1 by x is equal to 1. Here you are multiplying with its multiplicative inverse. The multiplicative inverse of x is equal to 1 by x. You are multiplying the we are multiplying the x with its additive inverse. Therefore, to get the 1, here we call it as a multiplicative inverse. It is multiplicative inverse. Eighth one is a multiplicative inverse. Coming to the ninth one, you have 2 into x plus 2 into 6 is equal to 2 into x plus 6. See, here 2 is multiplied with x to get one rational number, and you are adding that to 2 into 6 means the 2 is distributed over the addition. So here 2 into x plus 6 is the distributive property. The next one is a distributive property. It is a distributive property. With this, the first Roman is completed. Here again name the property. Two rational numbers multiplied to get the another rational number. This we call it as a closure property. Next, 7a plus minus 7a is equal to 0 because we are adding the inverse of it, inverse of the given number. Therefore, we call it as additive inverse. Now multiplying with the reciprocal of it or multiplying with the inverse of the number. Therefore, it is equal to 1 by x. Write it as multiplicative inverse property. And 2 into x plus 2 into 6, 2 into x plus 6 is a distributive property. This is about the first Roman. Now, in the second Roman, you are given additive inverse to write the additive inverse and multiplicative inverse. What is meant by the additive inverse? You are going to add the additive inverse of the number. Suppose here we have did the same thing. Here 7a is our rational number. Its additive inverse is equal to minus 7a. You are adding these two to get the 0. Suppose you have taken 5 as your number and you are adding minus 5 to it because minus 5 is the additive inverse of it. Then you are going to get the 0. So, if you add the additive inverse of a given number to the number, it obviously gives you the 0 as your final answer. So, ultimately when you are asked to write the additive inverse of a number, you should change the symbol and write it. So, here in the second Roman, you are given write the additive inverse and multiplicative inverse of the following. That is your second Roman. Additive inverse and multiplicative inverse of the following. That's what you need to write. It is a second Roman. Additive inverse and multiplicative inverse. Inverse. So the first question is given to you as minus 3 by 5. Here among the 4 questions, I will explain you the 2 questions. 5 questions are there. I will explain you the 2 questions now, and the remaining questions I will give it to you in the worksheet, and you have to complete it. So additive inverse of minus 3 by 5 and multiplicative inverse of minus 3 by 5. So first let us write the additive inverse of minus 3 by 5. Additive inverse of minus 3 by 5 is equal to 3 by 5. For positive, you need not keep the symbol. If you do not keep any symbol, it assumes that it is a positive number. So additive inverse of minus 3 by 5 is equal to 3 by 5. Never ever write minus 3 by 5 is equal to 3 by 5. It is absolutely wrong. You must write this additive inverse of minus 3 by 5 is 3 by 5. Now multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse of minus 3 by 5. Minus remains unchanged in the multiplicative inverse. Only the reciprocal will be written for it. So 3 by 5 will be equal to 5 by 3. That minus remains as a minus. Therefore, multiplicative inverse of minus 3 by 5 is equal to minus 5 by 3. That's all. So here additive inverse, you are changing the symbol, or you are multiplying with a minus 1, however you take it into, and multiplicative inverse, write the reciprocal of it. Symbols remains unchanged. It will be as usual. Now once again the next one I am telling you, additive, it is minus 1. So first we write the additive inverse. Additive inverse of minus 1 is equal to plus 1, and multiplicative inverse of minus 1 is also minus 1. Why it is like that? If nothing is given, we will be writing it as 1, and if you write the reciprocal of it, it is also equal to minus 1. So there is one number in the rational numbers, not only one, we have 1 or 2 numbers still, and there is a number which multiplicative inverse itself is its own multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse is its own number, means minus 1. If you write the multiplicative inverse, you are going to get there minus 1. Similarly, when you are writing the multiplicative inverse of plus 1, you are going to get the plus 1 only. There will not be any change in the multiplicative inverse of 1 and minus 1. Since if we do not have anything, we will be keeping 1. If you write the reciprocal of minus 1 by 1 also will give you minus 1 only. That is the reason there are 2 rational numbers, minus 1 and plus 1 are its own multiplicative inverses. Now this is how you have to write the additive inverse and multiplicative inverse of the given numbers. I think you understood this. Thank you.